Curtis, I got a question for you. What are your thoughts on quantity versus quality in the sake of being faster instead of quality over quantity? In the very beginning, it was quality over everything else. The pros of that quality over quantity was that I felt like I had given it enough time and care so that when it went out into the general public, there would be no confusion about what my goal was. Some of the cons that I found out was that it was slowing me down and I had so many ideas I wanted to launch on, but I was always being held back by perfectionism. There is no perfection. At some point, perfectionism becomes a word we use in place of fear. Fear that it's not good enough. Fear that it could be better. People who consume your art, consume your music, they have a different why for listening to your music than you have for creating your music. You may be thinking in your mind, I gotta make sure I put out a mass amount of quantity so I can stay in front of these people's faces and I can always be on their mind. In their eyes, they could say, if it wasn't for this one release, I would have never even thought to dig through this person's collection of songs. Quality is subjective. And that goes for the more that you're adding to that one song or that one beat, trying to make it the most quality possible. While you're doing that, you're not directing that energy and other pieces of content that could potentially get on the radar. The person with quantity is going to be seen more, talked about more, shared more, engaged with more. That's just the name of the game. Instead of saying, damn, every single video has to be quality, what about just making the message quality? If you show up on an Android video phone, I hope you don't show up in like an old school Android, say it's not quite the best quality, but that thing that you're talking about, your conviction within your tone, these are things that are quality that you can distribute in quantity. Think about the way that we consume movies and television shows. You get an app and pay $15 a month and have access to more shows and more movies than you can humanly consume within the month of keeping that subscription. And then they add more every month, which means you'll never watch and get the most out of that particular experience. But that quantity is what's keeping you here. It's keeping your attention on that app. That is your same responsibility as a rapper and or music producer. You must show up in quantity and you must focus on the message being of quality. And I think that that is the formula.
I can't listen to you. When I listen to you, it's a liability, cause you be mentally killing my inner energy. So I'm concealing my feelings before you injure me.